Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
Today's question comes from Sherry in Vermont. Hello, Mr. Ramsey. Can you please explain why the most common form of income mentioned is gross income, not net income, when discussing budgets and personal finances? I find it confusing because in my mind, the deducted taxes don't count. You can't spend what you owe the government, so if you include that, it makes it seem like you have more discretionary income than you actually do. Thank you for the clarification.
Well, it depends on what we're talking about. The problem is, honestly, Sherry, too many people don't know. How do I say this delicately? They don't know what to flip their own money is. I mean, so here's the thing. If you make $60,000 a year, that's $5,000 a month, gross, before taxes. But if I ask you what your net is, and you say $2,500, which is $30,000 a year, then I've got to go try to figure out, because you apparently don't know, whether you have taken out 401k out of that, health insurance out of that, whether you have your car payment deducted out of that and it's going to your credit union. That's not real net, but it is what you're coming home with because you had all this other crap taken out of your check. And so a lot of people don't really understand that net, what you get, your take-home pay, because people have other various things taken out, is not germane. I can tell what's going on with your gross, but I can't, and I know about what your taxes are based on your gross, and then I can do the calculations while we're sitting here to help you move towards getting out of debt. But I'm well aware if you make $60,000 a year, $5,000 a month, that you're not getting home with, after federal income tax withholding, $5,000. I know that, but I also know that you should be getting home with a lot more than some of you are. Because some of you have too much taken out of your check. Your deductions are wrong. Some of you have other things that aren't taxes coming out of your check, like I just mentioned. And so when I say when someone gives me take-home pay, I really don't know what they're talking about because it could mean so many different things. But I can back into it from gross and know where you stand. So that's why I use that figure. But it's not because I don't realize there's taxes taken out. It's because I do realize there's a bunch of other crap taken out of other people's checks. And sometimes they're so confused by that, because you really can talk to somebody that's a $5,000 gross and they're getting home with half of that.
Or if they have a regular income, they can be very confused based on what's going to come in that month.
What's your take-home pay?
So hey, what'd you make last year?
If you're self-employed, you don't have a take-home pay.
Mm.
And unless you set yourself up on a salary and you've done withholding, then did you do your withholding correctly? Because way too many people get a tax refund, which means you have too much coming out of your check for taxes. It doesn't mean Santa Claus lives in Washington, D.C. And so if you have too much coming out of your check, and then I use your take-home pay number to try to help you with your finances, then I've participated in your stupid mistake, And so that's why we do that, because the only reliable number to back into things is your gross. And yes, obviously, Sherry, we do realize it comes out. Taxes do
and we
come
use
out
some
of
round numbers too when we're just on a 5-minute phone call. We're not digging in to the exact mathematics, but your brain.
The lady a few minutes ago, 170,000 is her gross, and I know she's not getting home with 170, but I also know that with 170 gross, she could come up with $15,000 or $20,000 for her husband's teeth. I mean, I can.
They're taking home 8 or 9. They could probably live off
not rocket
half.
surgery to do that basic math right there, and so. But I don't have to actually go, well, let's see her tax withholding. And you don't have to do all that. She's out of 170 minus income taxes, minus food, she can still find 20 to fix her husband's teeth. I mean, that's just doesn't take a sixth grader to do that. So hypothetically, but that's why I know you can't spend what you owe the government. I'm well aware of that. They take so much from me that I can't breathe. Create your free Every Dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.